So today we're going to talk a little about something a little different, but I think it's very interesting to share this information. There's rumors that Canva is going to be going to go public in 2025 or 2026. There's no certain date yet, but it's very exciting for everyone who uses Canva. Maybe you want to be part of the success and make a little bit of passive income from Canva. No guarantees, obviously. Many investors are eager to find ways to invest in the company before the highly anticipated IPO. And I will walk you through the different ways you can potentially invest in Canva, whether you're a US-based investor, an accredited investor, or just waiting for the IPO. Big caveat, don't take my word for it, make your research. This is not a financial advice video. This is just for information and entertainment purposes. So do your research if you want to invest in anything and spend money on businesses or stocks. With that out of the way, let's go right back. So one cool way that Fundrise is, which is a platform for all US-based investors. So we're here on the Canva Fundrise page. I wanted to show you this. And yeah, as you can see, they have all the information here, like visual, like they show you basically the top, like the high level information about the company, how big it is, and how, in which stage of investment round it is, what it is about, what Canva is, the valuation and all that stuff, and how much people already invested in it, how much funding it already got. And valuation is huge. A little bit more about the fund itself. And then you have to make an account with them. I'm not going to go into this here, but yeah, just do your research and just see that you can actually find valuable, good information with a financial advisor, including non-accredited investors. So everyone basically in the US can use Fundrise to invest in innovative private companies, like Canva is at recording date today in 2024. So they bought like a 6.2 million stake in Canva in September 23, like a year ago. And so this gives you, as the retail investor, a unique opportunity to participate in the company's growth before they go public. You can invest in the fund with as little as $10, and it makes it accessible to almost everyone, right? This is just one of the few ways you can, as a non-accredited investor, gain exposure to Canva's growth story before its public debut. Why is pre-IPO so interesting? The stock can very much rise when it goes public, but it also cannot. So it's risky as well. So you have to really do your research, and there is not really much information out there on what their financials and their actually profit and revenue and all this looks like. You have to dig really deep. Fundrise itself has a little information side about why they invested in Canva and what their financials look like, but it's very limited. So if you want to do this, be careful. As I said, not financial advice. So if you're an accredited investor, which means you make at least $200,000 per year or have over 1 million of net worth, then you can go to platforms like EquityZen, Forge Global, or Hive. And if you're accredited there, you can purchase shares in private companies before they go public. And people bought pre-IPO shares already. They invested as angel investors or just wanted to support the company, and they might no longer want these shares. And then these platforms, EquityZen, Forge Global, and Hive, they connect these existing shareholders with accredited investors, and you can basically buy the shares from them. While investing so there are potential benefits and risks. While investing in pre-IPO shares can offer high rewards, it also comes with risks, including limited liquidity and less transparency compared to public companies, just because there's not much data available, as I said before. What you also can do is you can just wait for the IPO and see how the market settles it, how valuable the market actually finds Canva when it's public, which is a good indicator how valuable it actually is. Everything else is just made up, more or less, in my opinion. You can wait to 25, 26, but it's not certain when they will actually go public. But it seems like in this time frame sometime. So when it eventually goes public, you can prepare in a way that you will have a brokerage account with your bank. Schwab is one of the ones I use, and it's you can just set this brokerage account up and gain like do a little more research in terms of how this actually works, how the platform works, Schwab or your brokerage account, and there's not as much complexity when you do it after IPO, and the risks are less because you know what the shares are worth at the time. But of course, if you invest early and take more risk, the reward might be bigger. But yeah, this is just has to fit your profile and how you want to invest and how what your financials looks like. You can set money aside for the time then and be still part of the success. In my opinion, Canva will grow either way. So still my opinion, no financial advice. You can invest in related companies just to diversify upfront a little bit and get your feet wet a little bit in investing in these kinds of companies, see how they grow and such things. In my opinion, to invest in a company, you have to be really certain what it does. I would rather invest in something like a fund to be a little bit diversified and just let it be there. If you're like me, you're more like a creative and you want to, or a business owner, you have other things to do than look on your portfolio all the time. I think it's good to have some stuff in the stock market, but you can look at Adobe and just try to understand the market a little better with these and just pretend to invest in these instead of Canva to see how this works. You can diversify a portfolio, as I said before, and reduce a risk that way. Some people also say that you would bet against yourself if you invest in companies in the same space. As I said, you have to do your research. So what it comes down to is you have to consider some things and you have to take certain risks when you're investing. And the pre-IPO risks carries a higher risk if you do it pre-IPO because there's no liquidity. Basically, there is not really money flooding the platform, like money flooding Canva. So when they go public, they get a lot of money to invest in growth. And there's limited access to financial information. As you will see when you use this link, you can see Canva's Fundrise page, and there's a little bit of information there. But there's not much more. You have to really dig deep and go deep into the space if you want to do pre-IPO investment. There's a long-term growth potential. I totally believe that. It's essential to consider the long-term prospects and the potential market volatility. It's always a risk, but it performed in the past really, really well. It doesn't say anything about the future. It just shows that it was very successful in the past. This can be good, and I think why wouldn't it grow? But yeah, do your research. I said this many, many times. And if you're unsure about how to approach pre-IPO investing, please, please, please consult with a financial advisor who can help you make informed decisions. If you've never done this before, please seek advice. And investing in Canva, I think, offers exciting opportunities, but it's important to understand the different ways to invest and the risks involved. Whether you're an accredited investor looking to participate in pre-IPO markets or a retail investor waiting for the IPO, be sure to conduct thorough research and make the informed decisions that align with your financial goals. Yes, couldn't have said it better. Yes, and this is how you invest in Canva.